What is the red flag, early sign of upcoming financial crisis, big recession? In this video, and also that will answer the questions why I think that we are just standing in front of the biggest crisis, and that's gonna happen sooner than later. Sign number one, increasing in government debt. Right now, we are facing, I think you probably have heard because lots of news agencies' favorite topic is now that we are facing huge global debt right now. In 2020, the record amount of global debt was reported. It's almost 300 trillion US dollar. It's more precisely 281 trillion dollar global debt. That's one warning sign that there is some imbalance in the world. Financial crisis happened always. It's not only because of the COVID. It happened in 2008 and before that on average in almost every 7 and 10 years. That's what we learn at the universities and that I was learned. So you don't have to think that because of Corona we will face crash. But I'm guessing that in this financial system crashes in every 7 years with no apparent reason, what could happen because of after pandemic basically stopped financial system, stopped the world, right? All the while final prices of the assets rising. It's really ridiculous that all the world is stopped, but on the financial markets, everyone is doing great and prices are rising. That's all bubble, in my opinion. It's all artificial. That's the matter of how long this bubble gonna stay without popped. But I think rather than later, this bubble gonna just pop, and we will gonna see maybe bigger than financial crisis than 2008. I don't want to scare you now. Some people may think that, oh, what this girl wants to scare us. I don't want to scare anybody, neither myself, and I don't want to live in the world where there is huge financial crisis. But I want to prepare myself. I want to use my knowledge about everything and look at the things realistically and not live in dreamlike state to expect everything positive. That's not gonna happen. I highly believe the prices of financial assets, it's not gonna continue going up forever. It never happened. It has to come back, and especially developed countries with low interest rates. It's impossible that with low interest rates we have such a increasing value of the assets. Another sign of this financial crisis is irrational spendings. People have irrational money and they are starting to spend on irrational things, such as NFTs. And can NFT cause financial crisis? I think so, yes. I don't get me wrong. I also have the separate video about NFTs. I believe in the future of NFTs. There can be a lot of things simplified using NFT platform, but right now it does not sound like anything like more than scam. Imagine like digital asset that you can make in 5 or 10 minutes. It's sold to someone who does not even possess this asset. I create some picture online, I upload it online, I sold for millions of dollars, and this is the picture that everybody can download and have access on. So somebody who bought it for millions of dollars, they don't even have access to this. So this is one of the indicator of irrational market moving, and I'm sure NFT is a good sign for upcoming financial crisis, increased prices or irrational spending. Now, speaking about predicting of financial crisis, let's remember 2008. Who did predict this financial crisis? Literally no one. Maybe there was some people who would guess it, but it was not public, and most of the people would not predict it. That's the worst thing about financial crisis, that it's hardly predictable. Otherwise, governments and people would take the measures, right? And we are here together with you. I'm here not to repeat on 2008 mistake. I was not that big enough then. It didn't affect me, but I studied a lot in my subjects about 2008 financial crisis, And I don't want to repeat what happened to people. People could not see the signs, and then now we can maybe retrospectively analyze what happened and what could cause a future financial crisis in order to be more safe, because governments won't tell you this. So as you can guess, the standard financial crisis evaluation criteria created by fancy institutions as usually does not work, and sometimes they can catch changing up trends. It's really hard. Nobody should assure you that they are expert of financial crisis. Even governments can catch this train moving. That's why financial crises happen. Otherwise, if governments and these special institutions could predict on time, this would not happen. But in my personal opinion, also this increased inequality in the income, especially in the Western world, where there is basically just two poles, rich or poor, and some people can sit in the golden toilet where others are starving. That's not gonna continue like this. This is not how financial system works and how financial system can hold, because we are in a consumerism society. Governments are gonna catch this train right on time in 2021, and they support minimizing capital inequity and stuff like this. We may avoid financial crisis, but I don't believe in current financial system. It's not that strong. It's not that strong enough to stop this train, which already started. That's why we have to say probably goodbye to this financial system, which is mainly determined by some people, like a few amounts of people who are ruling the world. This is good example is central banks. Central banks, few people sitting there are responsible for our fate, for the money, for everything. They make decision where to drive. Can't be regulated with somebody who can be fired, and the new one comes with new team, and they have different vision, and everybody has different vision. And somebody who we will hire as the head of national bank may even not be as qualified, or I don't know. Lots of money goes to financial intermediaries, which is unnecessary, and that's what's gonna pop up soon. Governments regulate the interest, central banks regulate the interest rates that then affects commercial banks' interest rates, and interest rates has been low for a pretty long time now in order to regulate the crash after 2008, and we have been in a big bull market since then, and bull markets and it don't last forever, and also low interest rates, it's not gonna last forever, because somehow governments need to regulate consumer spending, and also Federal Bank of America, which economy of the world, and the big crisis in America can cause big crisis in the world, right? So the America announced that they will increase the Fed rates, and increased Fed rates gonna cause, I believe, in 2022, if they increase Fed rates, then investors gonna become very bullish, because they will be cut off financial resources, and that's one of more indicator that we are in front of the financial crisis, my dear. Geographical uncertainty is one of the things that can cause market uncertainty and unclearness. That's what happened during pandemic, and also raised inflation rates. That's because of the COVID every country has to face. Now, okay, I'm really tired of talking these negative things. There can be other signs for financial crisis. Everybody, there is no, as I mentioned, widely agreed upon structure. If there was, obviously everybody would follow it, and we would never have the financial crisis. Problem is with financial system right now, and you need to have also a sense. You don't only have to think about brain. If you have sense, if you live in this society, you will probably sense that something is going wrong. People are making millions of dollars out of nothing, for example. I have seen this kind of things. Something is not in order, so we will face something extraordinary. Let's stop talking about it, and if you subscribe on this channel, you in my next video I will talk about not in negative things like this, but how I prepare myself for this financial crisis. So in my age, I don't want to go bankrupt and I want to make some money out of this financial crisis. I will talk about real estate. Check my video where I talk about real estate. Should I buy now before the crisis real estate or no? What I think about that, and my thoughts about other solutions for surviving during financial crisis. If you don't agree with me, or if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I'm the master's MBA, and I am on my way for financial freedom and happiness. If you want to join my way, make sure to subscribe um, and press the notification bell so I will share with you my findings about wealth and happiness and the world order and whatever. Thanks for watching this video.